everyone, yours truly, Chrislevi13, and recently on this channel I featured my first ever acoustic guitar, which you can check out right here or by clicking the first link down there in the description box below. And I showed it off, I played a little bit, and I talked about the guitar itself. Well, today we're going to show you the opposite end of the spectrum, the opposite side of that coin, going from acoustic to electric, and that's about what I'm going to get. Hopefully you all enjoyed that intro of me playing that electric guitar. But let me get over here and take it up off my bed and show you this. This is my first ever electric guitar. Now, when you see this guitar right here, it is beaten, bruised, it is banged up because I didn't know what I was doing learning guitar. I wasn't thinking right and all that jazz. But here it is. I'm going to show it through my webcam, and in the future I may try out my phone as a video camera to see how that quality is. Okay, so it's got strap lock on it. It needs to be fixed and all that jazz, but here it is, as best as I can show you. It's not as dirty as the other one because I actually clean this one off pretty regularly. There it is, right there. It's a little switch. It did have a whammy bar on there, but that broke, and I don't have the money to fix that. But I will one day get it fixed. Me and my dad tried to fix it once. But hey, if I ever get the money, we'll fix it and all that jazz. But here it basically is. And what's cool about this is I got it as a starter kit guitar. And what it says right there. It says Fender Starcaster. There it is once again, and then here's the sides. Here's the back of it in all its glory. But I'm gonna let it sit here on my lap, And when I got this guitar, it was because my dad was looking to be in a band, and he wanted to be a guitar player. So one of his friends that he knew told him, hey, come up on stage when we're playing a gig and play your guitar for one song, play a few licks. And my dad did. And he was nervous about that. And around that same time, I was interested in going into high school and interested in music and all that. And I played on his guitar, and I'd break the strings because I didn't know what I was doing, trying to do different tunes and different stuff like that. So my parents, for Christmas in my 9th grade year, went out and got me a starter kit, which had this guitar, had a guitar strap, had some other stuff and all that jazz in there, basically your starter kit. And I'd seen starter kits before, but I thought, okay, most people get the Squire stuff, which I don't really care for the Squire stuff because that's low end, but I have seen people make that Squire stuff work and sound good. But this is basically what they got. I liked it. It's not a Squire because it's Starcaster, and I've only seen a few of these personally other than this one. I've seen them online, but only a few of them personally other than this of mine. It's actually say Starcaster on it. I like how it works and all that. It's a nice guitar. Every single band that I've been in, I've played it on stage, so it's cool, and all that jazz. I'll show you that other gear that you see around here, and I'll even pull that amp closer and let y'all see that in a future video. But this video is dedicated to my first ever electric guitar, and I just really enjoy the guitar. Yeah, there's a few things that I would do this guitar, because basically there's only really 3 things I'd ever do the guitar. I need to get it professionally cleaned up because it is dirty and dirty. But 3 things I really do to it is the pickups in it, the single coil pickups that are in this guitar. I would basically get them changed to some really hot ones, to go in here. I'd change those. Then I'd get this fixed over here to get a whammy bar on this guitar. And the only thing I really want to do is that after doing those 2 things and getting it cleaned up, is maybe get this guitar a sweet paint job, because this is the guitar I'd paint. The other stuff over there, I'd keep those how those look. But this one here is the one I'd give the paint job, and maybe put my Chrislevi13 spin on it and all that jazz, But that's my first ever guitar, the one that I learned everything that I knew on. I learned House of the Rising Sun, Smoke on the Water, Running for a Dream, a bunch of cover songs that my dad was doing in his band. And I'd sit there and practice, sitting over there in my little practice amp, sitting over the side playing just loud enough to where I could hear it, but where they couldn't really hear it. And I'd just be over trying to keep along, and eventually the guitar player took me to the side, and we started coming on Monday nights, and I'd practice with that, and if I was velvet practice, cool, and so Monday nights before I'd go after school, I'd go over to his house and we'd practice for like 2, 4, 5 hours sometimes, and be just like, man, just practice. Me learning different chords, stuff like that, and eventually I took that inspiration and went and found people on YouTube that showed, teach music and all that jazz, and it just went from there. But this is my first ever acoustic guitar, electric guitar, The acoustic was the one that's sitting right over there, and I really enjoy this, so I'm going to continue to try to improve on these videos each time that I do these musical videos, to kind of slowly but surely incorporate music more into this channel, because that's what started Chrislevi13 with my love of music and wrestling, putting that here. And yes, it's gone more to the gaming side of things, but through doing YouTube, through venturing and growing as a person, I've come to, outside of work, love gaming and music the most, and wrestling's right behind there. But they're three passions of mine that are always going to be passions of mine. And I'm also, as you see with these videos, I am working to get myself a guitar interface so that I can hook it up, set it up right here, be able to hook it up so I can have a little bit more professional sound. Because I love recording, love the sound of that amp and all that, but that's more for the live setting, you know, and trying to get it through this mic right here when I don't have professional setup and all that jazz is kind of hard, you know. But if I had an interface, I could sit there, do my playing and all that, and share it with you all, but it'd sound a lot more crisp, better, and I can actually do more to it. But anyway, I'm Chrislevi13. What was your first ever electric guitar? If you're a fellow musician, let me know down below. And hey, if you're not a guitar player, maybe you're a bass, maybe you play trumpet, maybe you play drums. What was your first ever instrument? Comment down below in the comment section of this video. And next week, I may show either my first ever bass guitar, or I may talk about some of my musical memories as being a musician. Anyway, y'all, if y'all feel like, hey, I want to see your first ever bass, all the musical memories, that's another thing. You can comment down below. And as always, if you want to support Chrislevi13 in anything I do, you can go check out my merch on teesprings.com. You can go support me by becoming a patron, get a handwritten note. You get access to my Xbox and my Xbox gamer tags, Twitch friend code. You get into my Discord and all that jazz. And yeah, it's cool, great, and you can join me in live streams if you have all that stuff. So, hey, go do that. Go check it out, you know. But anyway, I'm Chrislevi13, and I'll see y'all later. Stay awesome.